Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Jade Marrisa podcast. This is episode 4, talking to you about the good, bad, and ugly in Thailand, Muay Thai, and pop culture. On this episode, I'm talking to you about sports culture around the world and the sports industry in Thailand. So, how I'm going to start this off is I went to school in England, I went to school in Thailand, I went to school in America. Just from the schools, we'll start off in the schools, right? How I see sports is promoted. Well, in England, mostly football or soccer, as a lot of you call it. For the boys, I'd say for the boys, it's very, very much promoted between the high schools or even the primary school, which is elementary school. We have our little sports teams against each other. All the boys will go and play football recreationally and for the schools or even outside clubs. So I think it's definitely a lot more promoted. And then, say in America, while sports is a big deal in America, and then last thing in Thailand, I'm going to compare it to Thailand. When I went to school here, I went to international school, and in these international schools, there is tournaments between each of the schools in all different types of sports, and it's definitely promoted. For this episode, before I get into it a little bit more, I have a special guest behind the scenes. He is my producer and my old classmate, I would say, from Bangkok University.
Yes.
That is Joel. All right. And Joel, you played sports for Bangkok University, right?
Yeah. I played for the international, and I trained with the varsity team. So
In football.
Yeah, football, and basketball as well. Play basketball.
Yeah, I went to basketball games in Thailand. Actually, I've seen not the national team, but I've seen teams here play, and actually the stadium's quite empty.
Oh yeah, it happens. I went to a basketball game, Thai league basketball game.
Yeah, that's where I went to.
So it was
High
tech against some other team. They played at Bangkok University.
Oh, okay.
It was free.
Yeah.
It was actually free, but nobody showed up.
Did they promote it though?
I don't know.
See, that's what I think the problem is, even with the schools here, between the universities, you said that you were playing varsity.
Yeah.
When I went to the university same time as you and you were playing your games, there was no promotion, no posters, no awareness of it. So it's kind of sad because otherwise I would have gone and maybe my other classmates would have gone and supported our team from our school.
Yeah, but the problem is how many people are actually into sport? Because you have to be sport driven before you pay attention, even no matter how the way they promote it. Take for instance one championship, right? How many people compare the population of people who will log in on Facebook and to the population of people who actually showed up to the fight?
But I kind of agree. I kind of disagree actually because it depends on what type of sport. And if it's a sport that's from a school, then as long as you're from that school and you want to support your school team,
you should,
it doesn't really matter if you're into the sport.
Exactly, but the schools there are not doing enough to actually promote the sport, right? Because I remember we used to have, in Bangkok University, we have international sports day, which is once a year.
Which I never knew about.
A lot of students does it too,
Yeah.
right? They have to go all the way from city campus to rank city campus, right, to play basketball or
Far
football.
away.
Yeah, with other department, right? And from the international school of international college of Bangkok University, right? Not even only the sport people, only us who go to the other campus to play. Only us, we just take van, we just go. Only the players. Nobody showed up. Nobody come to support. Nobody.
Because they didn't tell anyone.
I mean, that happens every year, though.
Yeah, and I'm saying, and still don't tell anyone because I was there for 3 years studying and never heard a thing.
So who do you think is to blame? The student or the organization, the schools, or
the school? I think no.
I don't know. It's kind of
because if you think about in the States, how much the schools there promote their teams, their home teams, and they put money into it. They make it into a whole event. They try and bring in as many other students to go support the teams.
Yeah.
So it is the schools, no?
Yeah, I think it's the schools. Yeah, it's the school. Like I said, if your school is not sport driven, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah,
there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So I think it's the schools as well, and the And most of the time, right, the student who does the sport doesn't have even the support from the school. So they don't want to put so much into it. Like most of the basketball player, right, in Bangkok University International, not the varsity team, the international players, most of them are computer graphics students, which they can actually design most of the posters and everything. But nobody want to put so much into it, because the school doesn't give a shit. And the student was like, yeah, it's okay.
I think that maybe in Thailand they're lacking the knowledge of how important sports can be. It can help any person in their youth development, in their personal development. It can help distract people away from bad habits like going to drugs or gangs. It can create more healthier lifestyles. It can help a lot. It's a lot of positivity that comes out of sports, and I think that maybe in Thailand they don't really understand that or see that so much.
Oh yeah, because when I was growing up, right, and the thing that really kept me focused on things that I want to be or things I want to do is because of sport.
Yeah,
my parents gives me the freedom. Like after school, hang out with my friends and we do sport whole day. We can play football, play basketball, do sprints, go swimming, and do a lot of things. Yeah, we do it. Like I can do a lot of sport. I can play ping pong. Nobody knows. Yeah,
I can play ping pong.
I mean, like really good. Not like I'm like really good ping pong.
Yeah.
I can play pool, which is snooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, high jump, long jump,
That's awesome.
sprint, and basketball, football. I can do a lot of sport because I have the time.
Yeah.
And the reason I believe I'm.
And where was that?
What?
Where was that?
When I was growing up.
When you're growing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did a lot of sport when I was growing up, though.
In Africa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I don't know if it's just me. I can just start any sport. In 2-3 years, I will master it.
You'll master it?
Yeah.
I think that's because, when you do one sport, you already start to gain like coordination, rhythm.
Exactly.
Yeah, reaction time. So then when you start to do other sports, like it gets easier
kind of easier
learn.
for you. Yeah. I agree with that.
Which is definitely a great benefit towards human development, and that can be applied in anything that you do. Driving, for one, I think if people are more coordinated and have faster reaction time and know how to use their vision a little bit better and things like this, like that can help avoid things like accidents on the road.
Exactly, that is right, though. That is kind of right, because like sometimes my reflection, I have this great reflect. If something's gonna like, I can catch something, like something will be dropping. I was like, yeah,
I've done that before too.
It's like so easy for me. And at the point, it becomes like something that I can just do casually. Like something drop. I just like
right.
Even when I'm taking shower, the soap will be like dropping. I was like, oh, come back here.
Maybe that's a good thing to know. Catch the soap faster.
Easy, so easy for me.
No, it's true, because even when I've driven, and the roads in Bangkok are crazy. So many motorbikes going everywhere.
Oh God! Damn
so I've literally drove in the middle lane, 3 lanes, drove in the middle lane, and this car runs into a motorbike on the inside on the lane next to me, and the motorbike, the guy like falls off right in front of my car. Wow. And I'm still driving, right? I could have just gone straight into him, because of my reaction, like
you just press the brake.
I did. I moved to the other lane, but like I pressed the brake as well and moved to the other lane. But I also looked into that side, onto the left side, into the mirror, and see like there was no car coming. Yeah, so I'm very aware of my surrounding. Otherwise, maybe if I didn't have that reaction time, I could have.
That is one good thing about sport. It increase your even like things you're not even get used to before, like your visibility. You can sense things that is happening far, because you've trained your brain and your mind to react to things very fast, to react to stimulus very fast, and things like that. It helps in every aspect of life, in everything you do. Like if you study, because if I go run, right, if I go to gym, I run and I sweat a lot, I feel really, really good about myself.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Sometimes when I have exam, I study whole night and I feel like, damn it, I don't know if I'm gonna pass it. I just like, let me go for a run. Yeah. And I go for a run, I come back, my mind everything is already settled. Even during the time I was like,
it clears your mind.
Yeah, running, I kept thinking about the questions, and I get different idea how to. So sport is just so good, but in Thailand it's totally different though. So it's completely different.
Yeah. It's kind of sad because same as Muay Thai, I think they still view people who do the sports in Thailand are from lower income backgrounds.
Oh yeah,
and they don't really pump enough funds into the sports. Yeah,
and one thing again, like back in Africa, right? Like when we do sport, everything is free. You don't pay for anything.
Oh wow, the government help?
No, we have big ass land.
Then how is it free? You have all the facilities everywhere?
We don't need facilities.
Okay.
We run. It's like we have
You just run.
Right. We have open field, right? You just go there every evening, every morning, just play. You don't have to pay. Like here, right? If you want to play 5-a-side, you have to pay to play. We don't rent anything. And nobody's paying for shit.
That's why. But that's good though, you know. Anything. That's why there's a lot of athletic people.
And
there.
I remember when I started learning boxing, me and my friends, 4 of my friends, right? We just go to after school, we stay at the our high school, we just stay behind after the school is closed. We just stay behind and we use our shirt as to wrap
your shirt?
And we started punching each other. It's like red time.
Oh my god!
And we just like started fighting.
Hey, but that is another good thing. It's going to make you tough from a younger age. Any type of sport, not just boxing, but I used to go
into like inter-street fight.
Right.
Yeah. When I was man, like we have street, right? Different street, and you have to fight from your street. If you're the toughest, you have to fight the toughest in the next street.
Wow.
And we have to do that. But I was like charmed for a couple of years, and I get my arm broke by some strong dude.
I mean, when I grew up, my brother, I have an older brother, and he enjoyed watching WWF or WWE now it's called, and he practiced a lot of wrestling moves on me. So I learned to be tough from a very young age, as well as having a Muay Thai father. I had a brother that would wrestle me.
You got smart.
So yeah, you know, being involved in sports from a young age, it makes you tougher.
Yeah.
It makes you, and being competitive is a good thing, you know. Like if you when you're put into a work situation in the future, and you're focused and you compete for this certain goal that you want to achieve.
Exactly. Nothing is gonna outstrong you. You know, nothing is gonna outpower your mind because you already train your mind. Like me, I don't really give a shit. Like put me in any situation, I'm gonna survive it because it's just like normal. I've been doing that my entire life. So and if you give me some work to do, deadline, I was like, I'm used to that. What exactly are you gonna do? Like if I get in a workspace and I have some people who are like jackass, I'm used to a jackass name. So,
no, it gives you a certain type of conditioning, I guess, as you get older. Because, you know, when you do sports, you are bound to lose sometimes as well.
Exactly,
so you get used to losing and overcoming these failures, and then you'll go on to the next one. And then you'll win the next time or whatever.
Yeah, I believe if you do sports, failure is not even things. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's just things you just have to overcome. Yeah, you lose some, you win some, move to the next phase. You don't have to like do it. But people who doesn't do sport, when you lose, like if certainty doesn't go the way they expected, they like already get depressed, they lose their mind and shit like that.
It's so true. I actually now we're talking about it more. Yeah, I can visualize a lot of people who have never really had much of a sports background, and then once they do go into a small failure, relationships, work,
exactly,
a lot of self-loathing, depression. You know, but you know what can help all of that depression and self-loathing is sports.
Exactly, you have to just go run.
Just go run,
dude. I always say this, right? If you're tired from running, from lifting weight, and then you get back home, you're gonna fall asleep, and you're not gonna remember to think about anything. Nothing will come your mind. You just want to sleep at that moment.
It does. It just helps you with insomnia.
You just want to sleep, and when you wake up, you feel good.
Yeah, it's true. You know, there's different types of meditation, and one type of meditation is by running or doing type of sport that you enjoy, because it can help to clear your mind. Or if you have a lot of things on your mind, it can help to like organize those thoughts. Yeah. I
mean, sport is just so good. I've been doing sport my entire life, and I've been, since I could remember, since I was 18, right? I've been weighing like 85 kg, and I weigh 85 kg up to 2 years ago.
Yeah. And now?
Sorry. 2 years ago, I moved to 100 kg.
Oh my gosh.
The reason is like I got injured from playing football.
Wait, first of all, let's tell everyone, what's your height?
187.
So you're tall.
Yeah.
So, but 85 is not. Yeah, 85 is good.
85 was decent. Yeah, I was like, I can just dunk that time's easy, but
Oh,
now I
yeah,
can't.
I'm sure.
Yeah. But now, like from 100 kg, I stopped going to gym. I stopped playing sport because I got ankle injuries for 2 years. I just like ate, sleep, ate, sleep. But now I'm trying to get back. Right now I'm like 90, 94,
Yeah.
which is good. I just want to stay 90 and
I
I'm
think
good with 90.
when in the past you've had that type of routine where you're into sports and then when you stop, it can be easy to get back into it, you know?
Easy for me.
Yeah.
It's quite, like after 2 months, I'm going to be like 90 for sure.
Yeah, like I know like right now because I just had surgery, my weight's a little bit higher than I like and it keeps fluctuating. So maybe last week I was a little bit higher. So this week I've already started to like, organize my diet a little bit better and also do some small workout that I'm able to do. So I'm getting back into
one
it.
thing about me, right? One thing about me, if I stop eating if I go on dry fasting
Yeah.
for 3 days.
Like intermittent fasting?
Yeah.
But for 3 days?
Yeah, 3 days.
Damn.
Just eat once, probably at night.
Oh,
a little bit. So if I do that for 3 days, I'm going to drop like 4 or 5 kg.
Well, yeah, because I mean, intermittent fasting is so interesting because like the time when you're not eating, your body is using your fat.
Your fat, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's using
I
your
do
fat
that.
for energy. So that's why a lot of people like to train first thing in the morning because it's going to burn their fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't have diet. And it's so bad.
You just don't eat.
Like,
No, you have no organized diet. You just only eat one time.
I love my meat. I don't think I can survive 4 days without eating meat.
Honestly, like, there's so many different types of diets, and I don't think that being vegetarian is the best choice for everyone. You know, like
Yeah,
like,
I know, right?
Like keto diet for one, like is protein and fat focused. So you just eat those, and you have less carbohydrates, and it's supposed to really help you get trim.
Trust me, man. Like, I believe like if you really work your body so hard, there's nothing
Any
you
diet,
can break.
yeah, you can eat anything. Yeah.
Like I remember like
It's calories in versus calories out at the end of the day.
4 years ago, right? So pizza company used to have this buy one get one free pizza competition.
That's
and
dangerous.
me, Joseph Parker, right?
Yeah.
Me, Joseph, and one other guy was like, yo, who can eat more pizza?
Oh no.
So in 1 week, I ate almost like 12 packs.
So instead of having a sports team from the university, from all of his university friends, you did an eating competition.
but that moment, at that time, right, I still play football and basketball actively.
But they didn't.
Yeah. And during that 1 week, I didn't gain anything.
Wow.
Because after that, I'm probably going to play basketball and play football and come back home.
Wow.
So I don't really feed that.
It's just that you are putting bad nutrition into your body, though. So that's like one bit that people need to realize. Like, is even though you are doing all these sports, you're still like kind of fueling your body with something bad. So you should kind of make that change as.
Well, I don't know what is good for my body and what is bad. I seriously don't know. Because everything I put in, I think is good.
Oh, can it taste good?
Yeah, what tastes good feels good.
It feels good.
Because like, I probably because I understand my body so much.
Yeah.
Right? Like, when I was growing up, I didn't start eating pizza until like 7 years ago.
Wow. I mean, Thailand is pretty big.
Yeah. So I didn't eat cheese until 2 years ago.
Wow.
I don't eat bacon. I don't eat hams.
I don't eat pork either.
Yeah, I don't eat pork. So I don't eat a lot of things. Things I don't eat it.
Why don't you eat pork?
I don't know, because I don't like it. I'm not Muslim. It's not religion related. So I don't eat pork because I think pork is not good.
I think that in my opinion, or not just my opinion, I think a lot of people have said this, that pigs are a very dirty animal.
Nasty.
Yeah.
We used to have a pig farm back home, and I saw how nasty. I was like, hey, no, I'm not eating this.
That's why. You see it with your own eyes. Yeah, they eat a lot.
I'm not eating this, man.
Pigs eat anything. So if you think about what they're eating and then you eat them, you're putting that into your body. So it can be garbage, can be other dead animals that you don't know of, like they eat anything. So yeah, that's why I don't eat pork.
Don't spoil the diet for people, man.
Sorry, guys.
When I say I don't eat...
hey, I like beef though. Beef and
my
fish.
favorite.
Yeah.
I know what else is my favorite. You ever eat goat meat?
No.
Oh, please try it.
In Thailand, there's not many goats.
There is. We still buy a lot.
Where are you going to buy it?
I will go to market.
Macro?
Oh, no, macro. No, we go. Like, they have
I ate crocodile meat.
Crocodile is beautiful.
It's pretty good. It's like a mixture of fish and
Snake
chicken.
is good too.
Snake is good too.
See, we have something in common.
We'll go down to the tropical animal pet shop and go get our dinner later, okay?
Anyway, back to sport.
Yeah, back to sports. Okay, yeah. So, talk about nutrition though. As we were saying, there's not enough funding for athletes in Thailand. Their nutrition as well. I think there's not enough of an emphasis for the right nutrition for athletes in Thailand.
Yeah, I think if you want to go pro, if you want to go completely pro, there are a lot of things you have to do right.
Definitely, you need a nutritionist. It
has to be right because any little change to your body will affect your entire performance.
Right.
So you have to make sure, some professional basketball player, they eat same thing every time.
I see. Well, in the States, their nutrition is key, is on point. I see a lot of athletes here. They eat junk food. That's it.
Dude, when I used to play football, I know some of my Thai friends. After first half, they go just have some smoke cigarette, and come back.
So bad. But then again, if they're not being sponsored or having any serious funding or some type of support, then why should they feel so motivated to be so on point with their nutrition or their health or whatever? They need the push.
But in Africa, we have different mentality, right? Because if you go into sport and you make it professionally, you can change your family's life. So you have to keep everything right.
But actually, it's the same in Thailand though, no? If you reach the top in your sport, you're going to change your family's life.
Many people ask me why I don't smoke. I don't smoke cigarette or any.
They ask you?
Yeah, people ask me I'm black. And when you don't smoke weed, I was like, you
weed?
don't smoke. Yeah. And when I say I don't smoke, when I tell people I never smoked before, they was like, really? Why? I was like, I don't know. Because if you want to do sport, you have to keep a lot of things out of your life.
You're going to feel the difference in your lungs when you're running, when you're doing any type of cardio.
And again, in Africa, we have this mentality, right? I don't know. Now things are changing, right? When I was growing up, if you smoked, right, in my village or in my community, they consider you as a very bad person. So smoking is not really. You have to be really, really bad to smoke cigarette or to smoke weed and things like that.
It's a good thing that you don't smoke. And
it's really changing.
There's nothing good about it, to be honest.
I know, right?
But a lot of people like to argue that.
When
smoking, a different type of smoking.
I have this. If you're my friends, right? I've had a lot of friends who smoked, right? I'm not gonna ask you to stop it, but don't ask me to smoke.
Yeah. I'm
gonna ask you one question, can you just try it?
But why?
Can you just stop it?
What difference does it make to that person?
Yeah, if you can't stop it, why should I start?
That's the same with drinking too, if I go out and I don't want to drink, and then everyone's like, take a drink, have a drink. I'm like, why? What difference does it make to you if I have a drink or not? It doesn't make a difference. You give me the drink and then you go and do whatever you want to do anyway. So I've got the drink now. I'm like, oh man, okay, see you later.
That's one thing I cannot reject.
Yeah.
Alcohol, I drink.
I have the Asian glow though. That's why. You know the Asian glow?
What is that?
It's when some people who are Asian, they get when they drink, they get
red.
Yeah, red.
Really? You have that?
Yeah, I get red. I get hot, really hot, and sometimes I feel like my blood is pumping through my body, boom, boom, very strong. I feel that when I drink.
Don't drink. Drink is not for you.
What this means is people who have this effect, they're missing a type of enzyme in their body, that breaks down the alcohol. Yeah, but
when I was growing up, right, almost everybody in my family drinks. Not hardcore, but it's my dad. Whenever he comes back from work, he always have these international whiskeys and just drink, and he let us drink with him. But I was the one who doesn't even drink until very, 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 very late. I didn't drink not until so late, and now I'm so good at it.
Wow!
Yeah, seriously, okay. I'm really good at it. But there's one thing you cannot do in my family. And my family is quite big. Smoke.
Right.
My dad will kill you.
Well, that's okay. Couple glasses of a nice whiskey. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah.
Much better than smoking. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Back to sports, though.
It's fun.
I know. So how I wanted to compare mostly like different countries and different community of the sports industry. So as I mentioned earlier, like in schools, it all starts from an early age, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
You really have to start from early age.
yeah, like you said, like in Africa, all the kids go out after school and play sports.
We have outdoor sport. You have to do it.
That is a part of life. Even girls?
Like, okay, my elder sister,
Yeah.
my big sister, right?
Yeah.
She used to be one of the best in our local government in high jump.
Wow.
And my dad had to stop her from going further because she got picked by the state. Because my dad believed, old school dad, if you're female, you go much into sport, you cannot have baby. It's gonna be like you're gonna have difficulty having baby.
It's, you know, like when I started, I trained at Pechindi Muay Thai gym, and I trained with like a lot of the top fighters there, and I was there for maybe 6-7 months, or during that time anyway. For like 6-7 months, I did not get my period because I was training so hard. I was overtraining.
Yeah, my dad had to stop my sister. And then my stepsister too, high jump.
Oh, wow.
She almost got picked by the state.
Yeah.
She got scholarship.
Yeah.
And my dad too was like, nah, you know, do this. Yeah.
So, you know, when I did say it can affect your periods, but once you get back into a normal routine and decrease the workload of sports or whatever, your body adjusts as well. So you can get back to normal. You are able to have children. It's not
because then, when I was in high school, we have inter-house sport, which is like we have to do every year. And we have this, I forgot the name. It's more of like sport, but it has to be from different schools all over the local government. And all the schools, all the college, high school compete against each other.
Yeah.
And you have to represent your school in certain sport.
Yeah.
Against other. It's like really big. Used to be really big.
See, that's the thing. It's the same thing all over the world. Like all different sports teams from different schools will compete against the other schools, right? Yeah. But yeah, it just shows how much it's promoted and emphasized in each country. So yeah, in the States, it's a big
thing.
Deal.
Yeah. Not even just big within the state. Like people invest so much on their home team.
Yeah.
People go to watch, no matter how small the sport is. Even small basketball game, like little kids playing, you see a lot of people turn out to watch it.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Like here, I found this online. It says more than 3/5 of U.S. adults, approximately 162 million people, claim some relationship to sports-related activities. You know,
yeah, that's true. That should be fact.
The majority of adults agree that sports provide a source of fun and enjoyment, which is 88% of the people. It reduces youth crime, 84%, teaches valuable life lessons, 80%, and can bring people together in ways that strengthen communities, 76%. So that just shows like Americans, they got it. They see the importance of sports, you know, like that's why everyone goes there and they support the team no matter how big or small the team is. You know, no matter how much funds are going into the sport, they will be there to support their people.
And that is one of the reasons most of the American sports are like everybody watch American sport all over the world. Like imagine basketball, American football, right? Everybody watch that all over the world. And I see the important. They don't only they know how to do the sport. They know how to promote it. They know how to get people, even the people that are not in their own region, to be. To watch, like NBA right now. NBA, they started having taking NBA to another country to play probably 1 game or 2 games.
I've seen that. They've gone to China.
Yeah, they've been to China. They've been to England. Yeah. Like they do that all the time, right? And probably they might expand to Thailand just to get people involved. But most of the countries, right, and they have NBA junior African. Wherever, where they pick a lot of African players to come, like Joel Embiid was picked, other players.
But that just shows, like, because you said, like, in Africa, they start from such a young age doing the sports that they're able to go to the US and compete
quite
there.
easier for them. But
whereas in Thailand,
it's totally different, right? We don't even have one Thai player that is playing football.
No.
Soccer internationally.
No.
The one that got signed by Sevilla, was Sevilla or one Spanish team. That was like 4 years ago. He didn't even play one single game.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That is one thing. It's like I believe like the Thai sports, they're not training the Thai player to compete internationally. That's why it's still difficult for Thai national team to make it to World Cup.
Not just to train internationally, but they don't support the player, the athlete enough in their training. So if an athlete is training to go into something like the Olympics or something, they need funding for their living expense, their food, they need professional equipment and training. Like in Vietnam and China, they pump money into the sports. In America, crazy. Like if someone in America is going to compete in the Olympics, they might even move them to a training facility,
they have training camp and just lock in and just do. But that is, I don't know, man. As much as I like sport, I feel like because this country is not sport driven, like a lot of people just like, I don't even feel the need of like, I want to go watch the football or the basketball game because I feel like even if I go, because I have friends who plays pro basketball and pro football, I can just I have friends who does that, right? I can get a free ticket, I can go there, but when you go, there's no spirit. Like everybody just sit and just watch. It's not fun.
It's so true.
Yeah, it's not fun. The people doesn't really get it.
Yeah, I was living in England, and in just the small matches in England, the whole community, you'd see them, it's Sunday afternoon, you'd see everyone walking around the streets or walking towards the stadium, or everyone's gathering at the stadium. And when you go there, everyone's singing the song for the football club that they're watching. Like it's such a big energy.
Back in Africa too, they used to, back in Lagos State, they have this, this football competition every year. It's more of like inter-college sport, right. Like all the college around certain local government, they have to compete against each other. It's really, really big. Really big. It's not only just big. After the game, if your team lose, you're going to wait for the other supporters, beat the shit out of them. Yeah. It's like big one.
I mean, it's cool because like through having teams from different communities or different areas, it creates a sort of like friendly competition.
Yeah, it's friendly, but sometimes it can be deadly.
Yeah, it can be too.
Yeah, it can be really deadly because people put so much hard into it. Yeah, people like if my school lost to team we're not supposed to lose to, right? Yeah, we're fighting the school.
Right.
We're going like if you can't beat you on the pitch, we're beating the shit out of you in real life. So it's kind of fun though. So,
but yeah, that makes sense though. Because like in Thailand, really the main city is Bangkok. Of course, we have like Chiang Mai, Phuket. But say you watch football in England, we've got Manchester United, Manchester City against like any other team in England, Liverpool, who were like next door to each other, but yet like they were like head to head, but because there's funding around the whole country for all the different sports and all the different athletes that are there. Whereas in Thailand, it's just very, very centralized in Bangkok. So in football, yes, they have
Thai actually have sports to sponsor, right? You can make Muay Thai the best in the world.
Yep.
But now reverse is the case. We see a lot of foreigners comes here and kick even the people's ass.
Yeah, because the foreigners, they get the correct nutrition, the correct equipment. They're more focused because they're getting sponsorship. But in Thailand they don't. How can they live day to day?
Yeah, I still don't get it, right? If I know how to do a certain sport, right? Okay, like sprinting, we know mostly Africa and people from Africa descent have like I don't know how to say it. Their genetic a little bit high in sprint, like
it says that they have like faster twitch muscles.
Yeah. So right now, if I have to like if that is one of the sport that can generate revenue for a country,
right?
Who would you rather invest in?
That's true.
The people who are genetically
genetically made up for that
sport, or people who just come, just train hard.
That's true.
And can compare. Right. I would rather just invest on people who have the genetic ability to be good. Definitely. Because it's gonna
aspire faster.
Exactly. And again, you're gonna invest not so much. You're not going to invest the same amount of money going to invest for people who doesn't even
I
have
definitely agree.
like if you invest in Muay Thai can be one of the best sport in the world. The same thing China does, right?
Yeah.
If China is hosting an Olympic, right? They just bring out of nowhere, you just see some sport you've never seen before, and only Chinese people can do that sport.
Yeah.
And from there they just win so much medals and shit.
The Chinese government, they sponsor their athletes. They give them a very good payment, a very good salary. They give them harsh training, and they even sometimes give them a place to live just for all their training. They make them very focused. And also, they make the athletes feel proud to represent their country.
Their country, yeah.
That's important.
That is really important. Though,
and of course, they're going to feel proud because their country is giving them money back and giving them support back.
So I'm just gonna say this, right? There was a time me and my friend Dave were just somewhere at around Swear, like drinking, and my friend was like really drunk. I was like, yo, I play basketball for the Thai national team.
I know Dave. You're a basketball player.
Nobody knows me. I was like, yo, you gotta slow it down. Nobody plays for here.
Oh, it's true though.
He felt so bad. I was like, yo, I play for national team. And if you play for national team in my country, holy shit, everybody knows you.
It's true. And
everybody.
Basketball here, I mean, I've got a lot of friends, same friends as you, Dave. Yeah, play for the national team or whatever, but it's just not promoted at all. Unless, I think the only way that Thai people would really recognize it is if we do get to the top, like same as volleyball. The girls volleyball team, we competed at a very top international level, and then they got some exposure internationally, and that's when Thai people started to get interested.
And do you think Thai people started watching volleyball, or they started watching those volleyball girls are hot?
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I'm sure that is one of the things they watch.
No, but it's not just that. It's like other athletes as well. So it's like golf players who they've made it at a high international level, and then because of they got international exposure, that's why the Thai people got more interested into them. Oh
yeah, that can be that is part of it, but I just have some different opinion about volleyball.
Yeah, okay, because, maybe it's a small shorts and long legs. I don't know
exactly. Because I was on my Facebook, I have a lot of Thai friends, right? And there was this, I don't know if Ukrainian.
Oh yeah, she was beautiful.
Though. She was hot, right?
Yeah, Ukraine or Kazakhstan or something like that. Yeah,
and everybody was just sharing all her photos.
Thai people love that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That is so that's what we're talking about. Maybe in Thailand it has to be a little bit more visual than talent.
Exactly, because I know a friend who play basketball, or female friend who play basketball for the Thai national team too. Her friend, she was really hot. She looks really beautiful, right? And then on my IG just recommend a friend come and shit like that. Yeah. So I checked her Facebook, IG, right? And she was having almost 54K followers.
Wow.
I was like, I talked to myself, are people following you because you are a basketball player and you're good at your sport, or people following because you're beautiful?
Yeah, because to be honest, I've never really seen female basketball in this country.
I've seen. I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're involved more, in the sport because you play.
Yeah.
But as a spectator or general public, I've not really seen much basketball action especially from the females.
Come on, we have
the guys I have because I have friends.
When we were studying Bangkok University, we have one of the best.
But that's what I'm saying. We were at the same university.
National team.
Yeah, we were at the same university, but there's no promotion about it in the university. So I'm just a regular student there, whereas you're a player, so you know what's going on the inside.
Yeah, because I go to the gym all the time and watch everybody training.
Right.
I remember there was a day Bo was playing. Their coach, the female coach, has to let the female player play against the international because we have almost same time training and we have to play. I can't even defend her. She was so good, and again, I cannot defend her because I don't know.
See, if there's good, amazing players like this, then it's a shame that they're not able to get as much recognition as they should be getting.
Exactly,
in this country.
And at least she should be play internationally.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of Nigerian national team basketball players. Most of them they play in a league somewhere else outside. And this girl, she is good enough to play to be making so much money. Not
Right.
like just playing for college and getting scholarship and shit like that. She should be like making big money and playing international.
So it seems like the problem is not really in the sport itself, it's in like the industry in all sports and how we promote them. And maybe sports marketing is weak in this country.
Yeah, you can make an argument out of that. Like the sport industry is kind of, and you have to consider the politics as well.
Yeah,
there's
definitely.
a huge politics
There's a lot of
involved in
politics,
sport.
A lot. It's a shame.
Yeah.
I heard that maybe like 10% of the funding actually only goes to the sports, and maybe 90% just goes
somewhere. else.
somewhere.
You don't know where,
Somewhere.
Yeah. So there's and I believe like country like US, they put the sport ahead of politics.
Yeah.
Politics.
Yeah.
And you see, even people, most of the colleges, right, they will even spend so much money to recruit a talent.
Yeah.
Just to pay the talent, even when you're not supposed to do that.
See, what you just said just then is like something I wanted to say. Yeah, in America, they do see like how putting sports before any type of political category. So like it's we just gonna support the sport rather than racial, ethnicity, religion.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
They
just
go for the
communal,
sport. Yeah, the sport comes before the politics.
Perfect. That is perfect.
Wow, we've been long inside.
$100 billion in 2017 alone is how much Americans spent on sports just in that year.
You see, just 1 year.
$100 billion.
That is like
In 1
entire
year.
country's
It's crazy, no?
budget. Some country they'll even have up to that as a country budget.
They said like, especially when it comes to millennials, there's been a lot written about folks focusing their spending on experiences and not things. And I think that's true, with how this generation now, millennials, they want to promote things that they're doing on social media.
Yeah.
So if they're going to events and they're taking photos here and there, then maybe it's something they want to do, or they feel more importance of bringing the community and like doing these experiences.
I mean, like, with the advancement of technology, right? We can actually make a lot out of this generation than we are doing right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of improvement. There's a lot of things we can benefit from this generation, but people would rather focus so much attention on how beautiful you are, how many Instagram followers you have, and things like that. And things like that can be really useful.
It's sad because
other sport, right?
Talent should be recognized.
Imagine if we have a hot girl with so much IG followers go to watch Muay Thai fight and post about Muay Thai fight on her IG all the time. A lot of guys want to come see.
Damn, maybe I should start inviting more girls to
Exactly. Have to pay me for my idea.
Yeah, okay. No, but
because like guys, right? Guys, we are like ants. We follow girls everywhere. Girls are like sugar. You put sugar somewhere, you'll find a trace. That is one thing about guys. We go before when I used to.
Is it true, really?
There's true. I'm a guy. If I have someone I have a crush on, right?
Yeah.
Some girls, right? If she's in a club and she posted on her IG, if I'm home doing nothing, I'm going to that club.
Damn. I hope you live nearby.
I have to be nearby. So things like, and that happens a lot to guys too.
Well, that's why in America they've got it right. They have cheerleaders.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got it.
A lot of guys come to see the dance.
Yeah, and like it's not just like maybe if someone's not so educated about that sport, but because America, how they've done the marketing, they do other activities as well that brings in the community.
A lot of things,
so they have a lot of like crowd warmers and crowd games that they play with the crowd, with the audience.
And I'm gonna tell you this, right? I don't know if you watch NBA that much. Like last year or last season or 2 seasons ago, there used to be this lady. It's called something Panda. She ride this one bicycle, just one leg bicycle.
Oh yeah, unicycle.
Yeah, and almost every NBA game.
Really?
She's Asian.
That's so strange.
I know what happens, right? You know what's the marketing strategy about that?
No.
Bringing an Asian ladies, doing an Asian sport just to bring more Asian audience.
Wow.
To the game.
That's smart. I can see it working. Asian power.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy. And so they have all these different activities as well as the food. I think the food is the big thing. Like, they make it famous to go and have a hot dog at such, go watch baseball, you're eating a hot dog. Popcorn. Yeah, they make it a thing. And like, people want to go there because they want to eat that hot dog. They want to eat that popcorn. Whatever about the game. Bring your wife because she wants some popcorn.
and it's so creative, right? And they have this kids camp. They have this, just to make people feel alive. You're watching the sport.
You feel included,
happy, you feel
involved. Yeah, that's so
they have this dancing move and a lot of things.
Mexican wave all around the stadium.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it says that just in 2017 there was $56 billion where people paid for just to watch sporting events, and then when people bought athletic equipment, that was $33 billion, and gym memberships $19 billion. That's just in 1 year. It's the sports industry in America is that should be the role model for everywhere else, really.
I mean, like, every country has something great when it comes to sport.
Like football in England is
exactly.
is legit.
Like Thai, Muay Thai.
Yeah.
China, we have karate, kung fu and things like that.
The Chinese government, they pump so much into the youth to go and do kung fu because they want to keep it alive.
Okay. Take for instance, right? I don't know. Like I said, Idris, what is his name?
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
The actor?
Is it Idris or Idris? Is it
something like that?
Yeah, something like that, right? I think when he was like training for his fight, he came to Thailand, right?
Yeah, he came to Thailand.
But do you ever see something about that?
Okay, so I know what happened.
Okay.
He came to Thailand. He was supposed to have a fight here in Muay Thai. It was the same time that King Rama IX passed away.
Okay.
So during that whole month, everything was cancelled. Was it 1 month? Maybe it was more. I can't remember.
He came for training, though.
Yeah, he came here training. He went to Benchamak Gym and he went to Koh Samui. Yeah, so that was.
But do you know people can actually use? But I think Thailand just focus more on tourism, not like.
What do you mean?
A
lot of athletes from the UFC they'll come.
They come here to train, but
you
should use that as a face of your own country to promote, to attract more people to come to promote your own sport.
Yeah, you should. Yeah,
it's true. Thailand bring a lot of even former football players here, but the promotion is just like so little. Nobody knows about it.
They don't pump any money into the sports marketing.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Because people around the world may know, but people locally
people here don't know. Yeah. And the thing is, like, sport can be big here for sure. Sport can really be big.
It has nice facilities here.
Yeah. Sport can, because I've played football with some Thai guys. They're really good. But they would rather stay here than making a big step.
What do you mean?
The big step is like, I want to take this to the next level,
Is it they would rather, or is it they don't have the opportunity, or don't know how to get to the next level?
Yeah, maybe they don't know how to get it, but sometimes you have to create the opportunity for yourselves. Do you know how many African players travel to Thailand almost
there's a lot
year?
in football.
They have to play football?
Yeah, I know.
Do you think the government sponsor that? Do you know the family have to find out the money to just send them just to come play football?
But I mean, they have to get they have to find an agent who knows someone in the football teams here.
And a lot of people get ripped. A lot of people get ripped off by the agents.
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Like so much. Like in Thailand football, is if you're Brazilian, you have almost 80% chance of making to the to play in Thailand.
Yeah, there's a lot of Brazilian football players.
It doesn't really matter if you knows how to play. Just the name Brazilian.
Really?
It's more. Yeah, you have higher
they
chance.
Can promote it well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because they believe Brazil is like
the hub of football.
And we have
Brazilians, like we said, they started young. They start football young because they can see
same as African too.
Right.
But if an African player comes here, my friend used to play Thai, they don't even have a guarantee contract. If they got injured, that means they're out.
And then would the team support their hospital or nothing?
No. And at that moment, if your visa if you don't have visa anymore, that means nothing. Everything is gone.
Oh my gosh. That's horrible.
And a lot of them feel discouraged. A lot of people have to go to Cambodia. A lot of people have to go back home. They can't stand this because if you got injured, you're not getting paid. If you're not playing, you don't see anything.
Yeah, because I had a friend, a Brazilian friend, and he was playing football here in Thailand, and he got injured, and then they would give him the doctor that was the team doctor. They would take care of him, but it just turned out that he had surgery here and it didn't work out, so he had to go back home.
Yeah, it happened. But African player treatment is quite different.
Wow.
It's completely different.
That's bad. To be honest, I think Thais probably don't even get that good, benefits.
Oh, yeah.
I know in Muay Thai,
Thai, they just have to invest more time and promote sports more because I know a lot of people can't really do sport in this country.
Yeah.
And I know what's so funny, right? I play basketball with some other friends and most of them are the rich kids who they have the time. They have the money.
It's a hobby.
It's just a hobby. And they're good at it,
Yeah.
But they already have the money, so they don't give a shit.
Don't go any further because they see no career in it. Yeah.
I don't see anything, yeah.
I mean, I can understand that. Usually Thailand are very they feel very proud about their boxers when their boxers go and fight in the Olympics.
Yeah.
In London in 2012, Keo Pong Prayun, he lost and it was via decision. And then the Bangkok Post, they said something about how they believe the government don't fund the sport enough or fund their athletes enough. And that's why we're not able to get to that Olympic level because we're lacking in those funding. We're lacking in the training facilities. The athletes don't have the correct cost of living or sponsorship or any type of that. So as Thailand was talking about that, how we lack in these type of things, after that Olympics in 2012 in London, England actually said that they were going to give tax breaks to a lot of the sports clubs in England because they wanted to promote the sports and wanted people to get more included into sports. So it just shows a very big contrast between the UK and Thailand.
Yeah, same thing. My country is not Africa is not the best country for sport too, right? With the government.
But it's more like a lifestyle thing.
It's more of a lifestyle. But government believe the people have the ability, they have the talent, but government don't invest so much in sport as well. But one thing I know for sure is if you for football, right? If the national team wins the African Cup of Nations, right? Almost all the players got a land from the government.
Got what?
Government is going to give them land property.
Oh, wow. Land. That's crazy.
So that means,
nice. That's a very nice incentive.
And they still have to pay them too. But they're still going to... but most of the players are already so rich because they play international. They play for big teams and big club.
It just shows a difference in culture as well because I think in Asian culture, they're a lot more focused on education, getting the normal 9-to-5 job or corporate, something like that. They're a lot more focused in that, academic. Whereas in other countries, they have more options. So maybe Africa, they're more focused on sports because they see a way out from that. But maybe in America, they have so many options. So you can be academic, you can be in for sports. Wherever you do, there is a way to get a better life.
Yeah, but
as long as you focus and excel in that thing.
But you know what's so funny about Africans though? Most of in US, right, in the state, or mostly the immigrant family, Nigerians, African immigrant family in the US, right?
Yeah.
They would rather let their children or their kids go to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer than playing sport.
Because the Africans still have the old school mindset.
Yeah,
you said, your dad.
Yeah. You have to bring the money back home.
That kind of makes sense.
They'll let it just go to school.
I think they probably think because we're in this environment now in the West that you can get better school and better education. So you might as well make use of that.
You can be guaranteed of your future. You can just be you go be a doctor, you come back, you work, and you can be sure of your salary every month.
Yeah.
You don't have to take a risk. You don't have to be a rapper or you don't have to be a basketball player.
That's the thing.
And yet we still have a lot of them who just go do sport and they're very good at it.
Well, then they're the ones who probably get scouted by agents and then put onto big teams.
Yeah. I mean,
so if they already have a good opportunity or a good thing going on, then why?
Every year in NBA draft, we always every year at least 2 or 3 Nigerians got drafted.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I mean, like the one that studies.
And then
US.
of course people in Nigeria, they feel proud that their home countrymen are supporting.
Yeah, exactly. Even when they don't play for Nigeria, we're still proud too.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's someone from your country.
And most of the players actually play for US or play for another country, but we're still so proud of them.
If a Thai person got to that level in an athletic sport in a different country, say a footballer from Thailand went to go play football for Manchester United, we would
exactly
love that
will
person.
Increase the visibility of sport in Thailand. That will let people say they want to go back. The reason most of the Thai people are really started golfing this now is because of Tiger Woods.
Of course. And at first I heard that they weren't really so supportive of him.
Yeah, it's because of Tiger Woods. And not only the Asian community are proud of him, even the black too.
Of course. Everybody. Hey, Tiger Woods is a mixture of everything.
Yeah, it's like everybody's proud of him,
He's awesome, yeah. Even after so many troubles that he's been through. And I was
so happy he won the...
Oh my God, I was so happy. The Masters.
I was so happy, yeah. I was so happy he won the Masters.
Well, I mean, Tiger Woods, he had the same surgery that I've had on my spine, the spinal fusion. Same place is L5S1, anterior lumbar interbody fusion.
Oh, that is a lot of names.
It's a long name. Anyway, so he had the same surgery that I had 2 years ago. So he had it 2 years ago. I've only had it 2 months ago. And just from seeing what he's achieved, wow, it's given me so much hope.
I was like, I want to go back to kick ass right now.
Maybe I'll take up golf.
Really? You sure you're going to be good at that?
I don't know. I mean,
you can try though.
I can try. We said we do, people who do sports.
You can just switch to any sport of your choice.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, with the amount of focus and practice, I think you can accomplish anything. Just don't give up.
For sure. That is for sure. But the only setback is you have to consider the age, and golf doesn't even have that age limit. You can be as old as you want.
That's true. And people swing it. So that's one thing here. Yeah. They start young. When they do golf, they do start young.
Yeah.
But usually from a wealthier background. So. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Then. So thank you, Joe. That was awesome.
And
I
think this is the longest episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank you for being my guest.